Shelley Winter Show live, local, topical, and relevant. I'm just going to take about 6 or 7 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 6 or 7 minutes to tell you that a message. President Donald Trump did a wonderful thing. He passed an executive order to pay TSA agents. Reportedly, they're saying that they could start getting paid as early as Monday. Here's my message to everyone that works for TSA. Do not come to work until Monday. Call in sick en masse this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Do not come to work. Shut the entire system down. Shut it down. Shut it down. And here's why. These people have literally played Russian roulette with your lives. A bill collector, a landlord, Georgia Power, car notes, credit cards, none of them waited. They're not waiting. They're not saying, oh, you work for TSA? Okay, you don't have to pay until you get paid. None of them are doing that. They all want their money. You use the electricity, you lived in the house, all of that stuff. And it's not the first time this has happened. This happened a couple months ago. So you're going through it again. Gas is higher. Groceries are higher. Children have to be fed. Children have to go to school. There's not one person listening to me right now who could go 2 or 3 pay periods without getting a check while being expected to go to work every day. Not a single one of you. Reaching into your savings, that's not an answer. It's my savings. I shouldn't have to reach into my savings to live. Well, you can replace it back. No, I can't. Once it's out of my savings, it's gone. The money that I get coming up now is just going to continue to pay my bills. I'll never be able to replace it. Stay home on Saturday and Sunday. If you work for TSA, stay home. And when your money comes on Monday, come back to work. But if your money doesn't come on Monday, stay home. It's time that this country, not the people, but the politicians recognize who is in charge. And if you out there and you believe that the politicians are the ones that are in charge, you have missed the plot. And you probably have been missing the plot for a very, very, very long time. We, the people. That's what the paper says. We, the people. If politicians think it's okay to play Russian roulette and play politics with people's lives, TSA agents need to stay home tomorrow and Sunday. And if a check comes on Monday, everything's gravy. But if it doesn't, stay home. Shut the entire system down. And before you call up and tell me, oh, Shelley, that's so dangerous, you don't need to be talking like that. Why not? Why not? Why not? The people who run this country think they can do whatever they want, whenever they want, and they don't care about any of us. They ask us to vote. They tell us what they're going to do. Yay. Then we go vote. Yay. And 2 months later, they do nothing of what they said they were going to do. And that's Republican and Democrat. Nothing. Nothing. Sometimes completely the opposite. Then they come back around 2 or 6 years later or 4 years later and say, hey, vote for me. I'm going to do this. And they do nothing. It's been going, and it's a cycle on and on and on. And the reason why that cycle works is because both sides tell their base or their voters that the other side is the most evil, corrupt, worst thing ever. And so while the Democrats are telling other Democrats the Republicans are racist, they're the worst things ever. The Republicans are telling their voters the Democrats are crazy. They're leftists. Oh, they're evil. They're satanic. And so everybody gets on their side and continues to vote against the other. Never for their side. And while you're continuing to vote against the other, you never expect, nor do you demand, more importantly, to get anything for yourself because you're always being told to vote against the other. Go to the polls, Shelley. Vote against the Democrats. Go to the polls, Shelley. Vote against the Democrats. We don't want Trump to get impeached. Vote against the Democrats. Well, no, sir. What do I get out of this? That's what voting is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be against someone. It's supposed to be for me. What do I get out of it? What does Colby get out of it for her vote? That's what voting is all about. We have the power. That's why the paper says we the people. But no one takes it like that. Everyone says, oh, my side's got to win. I got to vote for my side no matter what. Our neighbors right now are in dire straits economically for the worst reason. They're not lazy. They're not on welfare. They're not giving government benefits. Illegal immigrants aren't replacing them. AI is not replacing them. They're not getting paid because of politics. Now, you can stand on the right and blame the Democrats. You can stand on the left and blame the Republicans. Me, myself, and I stand and blame all of you because you're all at fault, because you're using working class people as pawns in a game, and it's disgusting. So TSA agents, if you're listening to me right now, if you're the mother of a TSA agent, if you're the husband or wife of a TSA agent, if you have a TSA agent that's a parent or a child, whatever it is, pass them this message. Do not show up for work on Saturday and Sunday. If you get your money on Monday, go to work. But if it doesn't come Monday, continue not showing up. I'm not telling you to strike because it's illegal to go on strike as an essential federal employee. But you can all call in sick at the same time. There's something going around. That's what you should say. Hey, I caught that bug that's been going around. My stomach hurts. You know, the bug that's been going around. That's what I would do. And I implore you to do it. No, I'm not taking a trip anytime soon. But if I were, I would still tell you to do it. At a certain point, people in power must be made to understand that they can't have the power without us. And until you make them beg to come back to work, they will always take advantage of you. Always. They took advantage of you 6 months ago, and they did it again 6 months later, so they don't care. Clearly, they don't care. They saw this coming. They didn't fix it. Now you are not getting a paycheck. Stay home Saturday and Sunday, TSA agents. Stay home. Let the National Guard do it. Let ICE do it. Stay home. National Guard can't do it forever because the National Guard has to do the job that the National Guard does. ICE can't do it forever because ICE has to deport millions of illegal immigrants. So no one's going to take your job. If they decide to privatize it, you have experience. You'll get the job back. Because the last thing a private company wants to do when they privatize it is have something happen on a plane when their company is in charge. So they'll hire you all back. Stay home. Make these people pay. Yes, American citizens will be uncomfortable, but clearly many of us don't mind being uncomfortable because we're paying high gas prices to free the Iranian people. See what I did there? Stay home, TSA agents. Stay home. If you get your money on Monday, go back to work. But don't let them tell you, you'll get your money on Monday until you see your money on Monday. So stay home Saturday and Sunday. Go to Cobble Beach and hang out with your family. Gather up in a car, share the expenses. Go someplace, sit on your porch, and relax. This is Shelley Winter Show. We'll be right back.